All right. Okay. Zach. Zach. Okay. Okay, we're going to get started. Supervisor Marquez. So, both of us, we're commissioners on the Alameda County Transportation Commission, and she's in a commission meeting right now in the back room via Zoom, and she has to stay back there because she has to vote on something. So as soon as the item comes up to vote, she's going to vote, and then she'll come back out here. So, so when it comes to her part, anyways, it'll work out. Well, first of all, also just wanted to let everyone know that we're being live streamed. So, smile. The camera might be on you, and always turn on your good side. So you never know. Let's see. And just know that it'll be recorded, and then it'll be on YouTube later, and then you can share it with your friends and family, and and so forth. So, okay, let's get started. First of all, welcome to City Hall, and let's give a big round of applause to all the honorees and all the awardees this evening. This is, we do a lot of things as a city council and as a city, and this is probably one of the most funnest things that we get to do. The city council, I always sort of joke around about this. A lot of people do a lot of great things in the city, and they work on a lot of great projects, and all of you are doing some incredible work in your neighborhoods. And the city council, we sort of, we come in and we talk to everybody, and we'll vote on things, and we'll support you any way we can. But at the end of the day, you guys are the ones out there doing the heavy lifting. You guys are out there in the streets. You guys are out there anywhere from picking up trash on weekends to serving pancakes on weekends to planting trees to doing football on weekends and when school's not in session. And so, you guys really, it's folks like you that really make this city work. And when the city doesn't have the bandwidth, we no doubt have the bandwidth, the strength through all of you to carry out our mission. So thank you and welcome to City Hall. My name is Mark Salinas, and I have the honor and the privilege of serving all of you as the mayor of the city of Hayward. And I wanted to, before we get started, officially with the event, there are some people in the room that I wanted to acknowledge and make sure that we give them a big round of applause. First and foremost, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge her, and that is my immediate predecessor, of course, Madam Mayor, Mayor Barbara Halliday. Yeah. Also, I wanted to acknowledge the extraordinary team that I have the privilege of working with. It's my honor to present to you Mayor Pro Tem Francisco Zermeño, Council Member Angela Andrews, Council Member Ray Bonilla is not in town this evening. He is out of town on work. But Council Member Dan Goldstein is here. Council Member Julie Roach. And of course, Council Member George Syrup. We have the city council. We hire 3 employees. The city manager is currently out of town. She's in Florida. Her daughter is competing in a NCAA. What is it? Yes, no, not the Final Four. Equestrian, yes. Her daughter's a horse. She rides horses, and so they're at an NCAA tournament in Florida. However, we do have our assistant city manager, Dustin Clausen is here, and he is standing right there. Many of you know our city manager will be transitioning out of the city on May 3rd, and our interim city manager immediately thereafter will be Dustin Clausen. So Dustin, thank you. We also have our staff is here. These are people who lead our departments. I see our police chief, Brian Matthews, is here. He's standing right back there. We have our fire chief, Garrett Contreras, is there. We also have Adam Kostrzak from our IT department standing right there. We have our Director of Development Services, Sarah Bowser, standing right there. We also have our Director of our library, Director Adelman is here back there. And please forgive me, I think that is everybody, if I got everybody. Okay. And then I did see walk in, I got Supervisor Elisa Marquez is here. So, my part is done as of right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Supervisor Marquez.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mayor, for the warm welcoming. I apologize to everyone, but I'm actually on double duty right now. In the room right next door, I'm about to cast the most important vote in my life, which is to put the regional housing bond on the ballot in November. So I apologize, but I'm going to be going in and out because that vote is so important. So if you want to join that meeting after this event, feel free to go over to 2B. But tonight, I'm just so thankful to be here. This is an amazing event that we hold every year for all of the amazing volunteers in our community. Because of you, you make such a positive impact in our community. So we're here to celebrate all of you tonight. I'm going to recognize the Volunteer Awards Committee members. First, I'm going to start with my district director, Jenny DiMartini, who's been in this role for over 13 years. Please stand up, Jenny. She's been instrumental in making this event a success. So let's give her a round of applause. We also have Norma Dibb with Hayward Unified School District. She may be at another event. I don't know if Norma's here, but let's give her a huge round of applause. And with the City of Hayward, we have Zach Ibadi. Thank you, Zach. We also have Mary Ellen Faria with Eden Health District. Our Mayor Emeritus, Barbara Holliday. Diane Lane with Hayward Education Foundation. Sarah Lamnin, Hayward Area Recreational District Board and former Hayward Council member. Petra Nasith Steffes with the Sun Gallery. Larry Ratto, former Hayward Council member and my principal. Go Farmers. Letty Salinas, educator and the best First Lady here in the City of Hayward. And Rick Serini with Splurge Catering. So if I could ask all the committee members to please stand up, and thank you for your amazing work. Let's have you all stand up and give everybody a huge round of applause. Thank you so much. We are now going to do a tribute to Pastor Chuck Horner with words and a photo music medley. I just want to acknowledge the Horner family that's here tonight. We have his wife, Linda, his son, Aaron, his daughter-in-law, and I believe his grandchildren. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. Many of you in the audience will notice that one of Hayward's most beloved volunteers is not here with us tonight. However, we are so fortunate and grateful that some of Pastor Chuck Horner's loved ones have joined us to celebrate his life and indelible legacy in Hayward. We have the Horner family here tonight. We want to thank you for sharing this precious gift with all of us, with our community. We're here tonight to honor his leadership. Pastor Chuck Horner was born in Baltimore, Maryland in 1951 and was the oldest of 5 children. He served in the Navy and later became a pastor, and perhaps most importantly, married his sweetheart, Linda. Together, they brought 2 beautiful children, Aaron and Christelle, into the world. Even more joy and blessings would arrive with the addition of 5 grandchildren, as Pastor Horner would regularly share, Pastor Horner held various roles in many communities within California, including as a teacher, volunteer, and a coordinator. But in 1990, to our community's great fortune, Hayward became his home, where he served as the pastor of the Calvary Baptist Church on Roos Road. While Pastor Horner may have served widely across the Golden State, his impact ran deep in the city of Hayward. Candidly, Chuck gave his all to the social fabric of Hayward, including nonprofit partners such as the Hayward Education Foundation and Downtown Street Team, the business community, including the Chamber of Commerce and the Latino Business Roundtable, civic organizations like the Rotary Club, of which his most unforgettable impact was to wake everyone up singing with his booming voice. He was a community volunteer with many groups, the Clean and Green Task Force, Neighborhood Alert, and Tennyson Community Committee, where Pastor Horner defied the odds to make snow cones in the heat of the All-America Festival every June or July. And of course, this very gathering, which brings us here tonight. The Hayward Volunteer Recognition and Awards Dinner is where Pastor Horner would no longer be speaking about the Lord as his shepherd, because he had temporarily transformed into one as a man who could be seen in his unforgettable top hat. How many of you guys remember that wonderful top hat? Guiding over 400 guests to their seats, and more importantly, to give back to the community of Hayward. As most in the audience know, this is only a very partial list at best of where Pastor Horner put a lot of love and care into our city to improve the lives of others. Like his travels in California, he saw no boundaries when it came to fellowship, especially as someone who worked to facilitate consensus in challenging situations. This remained true even during his own valiant fight with cancer last year, where Pastor Horner would continue to find ways to foster connection and community. While he may no longer be here with us physically, it is undeniable that Pastor Horner's spirit and generosity to the people of Hayward will always be present, and we in turn shall strive to carry it forward in the years to come. And I believe we're going to see a video tribute and also have a moment of silence to remember the wonderful life of Pastor Horner. Top hat. So again, thank you to the Horner family for sharing your beloved father with all of us. He had an amazing impact in my life and many of us here in the room today. So thank you so much. Now I'm going to ask our mayor to come back to the podium, and I believe we're going to have our council members provide the awards to our volunteer honorees tonight. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Make sure you vote twice. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so do I go straight to the Hayward Award or the council? Okay, Councilman. I will. The what? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you Councilmember Roach.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. This is my second Hearts of Hayward, and again, it's my honor to be here and present these awards to these incredible people that do such great work in our community. So let me get started. Okay, the first award, are we doing? No, yes, the first award goes to Aziz Alakazay from Afghan Care. Aziz, please come up. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Alakazay. Aziz has contributed 22 years helping Afghans and other immigrants since he has been in America. He helps the Afghan elderly to go to Fremont and Main Street Hayward for Afghan community meetings. During the COVID-19 pandemic, he distributed face masks to Afghan seniors in Hayward. Helping to distribute fruits and vegetables, as well as distributing health education materials, has been a priority for him for the last 22 years. Thank you, Mr. Alakazay. See, next, it's my honor to also congratulate Matt Amaral and Dan Guerrero, who couldn't be with us tonight, but I'm still going to honor them with the words that are written here for them. The Kids Breakfast Club they're from the Kids Breakfast Club. It has historically bestowed its Hearts of Hayward Award on student volunteers, but it is breaking tradition this year to honor two teachers, Matt Amaral and Dan Guerrero, for their partnership with the Kids Breakfast Club and their dedication to the students at Mount Eden High School, where they serve not only as English teachers, but also as coordinators of the school's Puente Project, which helps students who want to go to college. For the past 15 years, Dan, and 5 years for Matt, the two teachers have worked with the Kids Breakfast Club to connect students to volunteer opportunities and to familiarize them with important issues affecting young people, including nutrition, family literacy, and community service. So let's give a hand for Matt and Dan, even though they're not here right now. Thank you. Next, it's my honor to award Lisa Brenner, Hayward Education Foundation. Thank you. I know we're also doing pictures afterwards, so thank you, Lisa. Lisa Brenner has a passion for education and has given many years of service to support students and teachers in the Hayward community. She has been involved with the Hayward Education Foundation for over 25 years as a working parent, a PTA president, a Hayward Library Commissioner, and a Hayward Unified School District board member. She became an Hayward Education Foundation board member in 2018 and currently serves as board president. Her fundraising and organizational skills have helped to expand the foundation's yearly enrichment project program and bring it to all the classroom teachers in the city. Lisa is also a United States Marine veteran and is active in the American Legion. The American Legion 860, is that right? All right. 870? Oh, okay, that was fine. Thank you, congratulations. Okay, next it's my honor to award Caprice Caratini. Is Caprice here? Thank you. With the California Retired Teachers Association. Growing up as an Army brat, living and visiting in many foreign countries and different places around the United States, Caprice learned the importance of community. While teaching high school in Hayward Unified School District, she was the advisor to the school's first community service club, empowering students to give back to their community. After teaching for 30 years in HUSD, she joined the California Retired Teachers Association in 2016 and volunteered in leadership roles. Holding numerous leadership roles, including president, she guided Division 59, which represents Hayward, Castro Valley, San Lorenzo, and San Leandro, in achieving its goal of advocacy for retired teachers, in particular supporting the Social Security Fairness Act, eliminating the SSA offset, supporting current classroom teachers through the division's scholarship program, awarding $90,000 to new teachers to the profession in the last 3 years, and providing Retired Teachers Association members technology support, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. She will continue to support and encourage our members to volunteer in our communities. Thank you, Caprice. And finally, Luis Colindres from Hayward Unified School District. Luis. Thank you, Luis. Luis Colindres has time, energy, dedication, and passion as demonstrated during the past 5 years in supporting students and families in the Hayward Unified School District. A proud product of HUSD schools himself, Luis has given a great deal of his time volunteering to help the district that raised him. He believes self-growth and education should be a lifelong commitment, and he lives by the motto, "Be a better person today than you were yesterday." He models these beliefs for students and brings a collaborative, positive attitude to his volunteer work. Most recently, Luis made a significant contribution to the district's annual backpack giveaway, organizing new activities such as a car show and free haircuts for children. He even brought his motorcycle club friends to cook tacos for the event. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, and I'll hand it back to the mayor now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce to you Councilmember Angela Andrews.
Thank you, Mayor. I told Zach last year I wanted this lighting for every city council meeting. It's quite flattering. Maybe Adam can work on that. All right. So first, we're going to give the award to Peter Denyer for Love Never Fails. Hi. You can stay with me. You can stay here with me. Peter participates in large community and corporate events where he continues significantly advocating for the prevention of human trafficking, which is an issue very close to my heart. So thank you for doing what you do. Peter started volunteering with Love Never Fails in early 2023. He has actively engaged in nearly all of their programs, from safe houses, search and rescue teams, participation in community and corporate events, and fundraising initiatives. He has earned the distinction of becoming a certified mentor for at-risk youth in Hayward. Peter has consistently demonstrated a willing attitude and heartfelt dedication to the well-being of the people we serve. His contributions are deeply valued by their entire staff and clients alike. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll take photos after. Thank you. Next, we have Emmanuel Escobar from Hayward CV Kiwanis Club. Hi. Thanks for coming. Now in his second term as president of the Hayward Castro Valley Kiwanis Club, Emmanuel Escobar's service to the club goes way beyond his official duties. He has logged many hours of service mentoring the club's youth affiliates at both the high school and college levels, showing them the way to the community service and leadership. Emmanuel has also championed the club's annual backpack project, which works with the Salvation Army to deliver fully stocked backpacks to underserved local children. He is also a volunteer bell ringer for the Salvation Army's annual fund drive and has supported the American Cancer's Relay for Life. He's also forged an innovative link between Kiwanis Club and the Scouts of local troops 722 and 759, creating a dynamic community service team. Thank you. I'll take that over after. Marie Ellen Pereira, League of Women Voters, Eden area. Now, you know your bio should be way longer than this. This should be 4 pages. Marie Ellen was selected by her peers as an example of the heart of volunteerism. She has served as the association treasurer for the last 2.5 years, stepping in midterm without missing a beat. She has worked tirelessly to keep the books and finances in order and transparent to the membership. Marie Ellen is also one of the first to volunteer to contribute to the LWVEA's activities and events. She can be counted on to offer guidance and assistance in many areas. Her years of community service translates into her insight and ability to interact with all segments of the Eden area. And Marie Ellen also is a former planning commissioner and has done so much for the community, and I had the pleasure of serving with her on planning commission, so I'm so happy to see you get this award tonight. Next, we have Christine for Friends of the Hayward Library. Stay with me. All right. Christine has been a volunteer for the Friends for over 10 years. As a volunteer coordinator, she recruits volunteers for the New Leaf bookstore and the other sales that have happened throughout the year. She is quite the persuader and can get volunteers excited about helping out at any of the Friends events, which supports many services at the library. In addition, Chris helps each week sort out thousands of donated books and other materials, curated the best fit for the various Friends in-person and online sales. She is a valuable volunteer and a true heart of Hayward. Thank you. And we'll take photos after. Thanks. Next, we have Joan Fosdick from Hayward Concerned Citizens. Hi. Joan has been a lifelong Hayward resident who worked at St. Rose Hospital for 27 years as a nurse. She is also an active community member and helped with multiple community cleanup events for 10 years around Hayward. Joan is also very proud to be an Adopt a Block volunteer. Everyone should be adopting a block if you haven't done so already. You can talk to Joan about that. Keeping her street clean for the last 4 years. She also cleans her local park, Birchville Park, sometimes in the early morning hours with a headlamp on picking up trash. It is an honor to celebrate all that she has done for Hayward with this volunteer award.
Can you also say I volunteer at the Hayward Animal Shelter?
And she also volunteers at the Hayward Animal Shelter. Thank you. And we'll welcome back our mayor.
And while Councilmember Andrews was doing her presentations, I did see who walked into the room is the president of the Hayward School Board just walked in, Peter Buffette. He's over there. Our next presenter is Councilmember Goldstein.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, guests. It is such a privilege and an honor to be serving this community. I love this place. And I love this place because of the fantastic work that you do as volunteers in this community. And one person in particular who really inspires me to this day and probably will for the rest of my life is Pastor Chuck Horner. The greatness of that man can never be underestimated. So the first person, thank you. So the first person that I'd like to honor tonight is Jeff Hammond from the Keep Hayward Clean and Green Task Force. And Jeff, why don't you stand up here for just a moment and let people have a good look at you. So Jeff's progression from committee member in 2017 to chair in 2023 shows his exceptional abilities and the trust and respect of his fellow task force members. Jeff's positive can-do attitude, ability to bring people together to work on common goals, his infectious sense of humor make him an incredible asset. You wrote this, didn't you? No, I'm kidding. Sorry. That's me taking liberties with the script. Jeff's support of team member ideas has led to new programs and the reinvigoration of old ones. He spends hours compassionately answering calls and emails and designing and building models for the educational and physical betterment of our Hayward community. He not only gives 120% to the task force, but it's obvious he does so in all aspects of his life. serving here. We really appreciate it. Our next person of honor is Linda Henneke of Scholarships Incorporated. And yes, please. And receiving the award in her behalf is Heidi Lewert, the president of Scholarships, Inc. And if you wouldn't mind holding that for just a moment. Linda Henneke joined Scholarships, Inc. in September of 2017. However, she was assisting with the awards programs, typing bylaw updates, and working on application packages for many years before that. Linda is a wonderful networker and was instrumental with getting the website running. She has great connections with other organizations and spreads the word about Scholarships, Inc. whenever and wherever she can. Linda began her teaching career in Hayward Unified School District and retired after over 30 years. She belongs to other organizations such as the San Ramon Library Foundation, DKG, and Cal RTA. She is a great attribute to our organization, and we are lucky to have her. Thank you. Our next awardee is Kaylin Kelly from 4Cs of Alameda County. Great to see you. I'm glad you brought your son up here too. Lovely. Yes. And yes, that is his son. Since joining the board in 2018, Kaylin has been instrumental in the growth and success of 4Cs. As a volunteer and board member, Kaylin is the first to help out at 4Cs events and distributions, being available whenever and wherever he's needed. He led the critical work of the board through the pandemic with a level-headed and strong passion for the work. Kaylin is willing to meet with community members, legislators, and supporters to share the work of 4Cs. As a proud Hayward dad, I think you can see why. Kaylin ensures that the voices of parents and caregivers are heard loud and clear in policies and in planning. And for that, Kaylin Kelly truly embodies the heart of Hayward. Thank you, John. Our next awardee is Tony Klein from the Sun Gallery. Sorry, it's stuck together.
No
there you go. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for your contribution to our community. Appreciate it. As far back as Tony can remember, he has been fixing things, whether it was his toys or helping. I wonder who wrote this. Did they intend to? You did? Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
It sounds familiar.
It does. Yeah, I was kind of like that myself, wrenching on toys. And anyway. So whether it was his toys or helping his dad in the garage, he wanted to know what made things tick. This carried over into all parts of his life. It is not uncommon for Tony to hear his wife tell him to just listen and stop trying to fix what's wrong. Sound familiar, right? In 2022, this family was looking for change, so they decided to come to Hayward, California. His wife's love of art spurred the couple to find the Sun Gallery, and they have enjoyed their time at Sun Gallery, and Tony is able to put his fixing skills to work there as a volunteer. And now we'd like to honor Jeff Landro. Jeff, are you in the house? Ah, great. Great. Very good. Sure, of course. So Jeff Landro is with the Hayward Foundation for the Arts. Jeff joined the HFA board in 2019, and in 2020, he launched an online student competition to showcase the visual and performing arts students in Hayward Unified School District. Right? That's great. Jeff has been an HUSD art lead for the past 10 years, including leading the Art is Education program, art integration workshops, art leads, and Mount Eden High School fine arts teacher since 1993. So congratulations and thank you.
Can you tell everybody you're giving out 8 scholarships this year for high school graduates that want to apply?
Oh, would you mind just...
We're giving out
art scholarships this year to students who are seniors who are applying to visual and performing arts who want to study in college. So students, please apply. We have one more month to do that.
And now back to our esteemed mayor.
Last year, I went to the debriefing meeting after this event, and there was an issue of length of time. Jenny, how am I doing? Good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Councilmember George Syrup.
Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored to be amongst everyone that's here tonight and everyone that's being recognized, including the families of those that also have to give up a lot when you have a volunteer in your family. I know what that's like, and just want to commend you too. A city is just a city in name until it becomes a home, and it becomes a home because of people like you. So I really just want to commend everyone here tonight. Thank you for making Hayward home for myself, for yourselves and your families, and for our entire community. So thank you. So the first honoree for tonight from the Hayward Animal Services is Woodward Woody Lee. Rain or shine, Woody always shows up for the dogs. Prior to the pandemic and before he retired, he was part of a regular Sunday dog walking crew who spent at least 4 hours every Sunday making sure every single dog in the adoption gallery got time out of the kennel. Since retiring from his career as a postal carrier, yeah, let's do it. Since retiring from his career as a postal carrier, Woody is still getting his walking in, only now it's with a dog at his side instead of a mailbag across his shoulder. Woody has become a regular at the shelter, spending on average of 3 to 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, walking dogs. He is often the first to arrive at the shelter, walking in alongside staff, and doesn't leave until all the large adoptable dogs have gotten some fresh air and exercise. At the end of his shift, Woody always says goodbye with a joyful mission accomplished as he heads out the door. Thank you, Woody. Our next honoree tonight comes from the Hayward Arts Council, Lonnie Lamido. Please come down here. Hi, Lonnie. Here you are. In 2021, Lonnie Lamido joined the Hayward Arts Council Board of Directors. Under Lonnie's guidance, HAC implemented the first international online exhibition showcasing the works of Palawan Heritage Center indigenous artist Leonard Anisong in the Philippines. Since then, 6 international artists have appeared on its website. The celebration of the Hayward Arts Council's 40th anniversary juried exhibition was a total success because of Lonnie's leadership, creating several videos highlighting the history of HAC and its supporters over the years. Please give Lonnie a round of applause. Congratulations. Our next honoree comes from the Hayward Rotary Club. Please join me in congratulating Robert Pimentel. Congratulations, Robert. Oh, here's a photo. Let me turn this around for you. There you go. Great. Robert Pimentel is a long-standing member of the Hayward Rotary Club. He is at the heart of every Rotary project, and he's a leader in the club. Robert is the driving force behind the Hayward Rotary Club's fundraising through the Rowell Ranch Rodeo and Omelet Brunch events. Can I see a show of hands who's been to either of those events? Talk about impact. The proceeds from these events allowed the club to distribute over $40,000 in grants to the Hayward community each year. Robert's talents as a chef contribute to his volunteerism, where he prepares monthly dinners at the Hayward Salvation Army. He often donates his own food, equipment, and kitchen utensils to create nutritious and tasty meals for the underserved in our community. Robert's additional community service extends to volunteering at his church, Faith Lutheran, where he is on the board and oversees the campus property management. Robert has also spearheaded international Rotary projects to support emergency medical training programs, aid in women and children's shelters, and a Baja Shore maintenance preservation project. Please give a round of applause to Robert.
Thank you. One thing on my bio that wasn't there is that in the 30s, my grandmother was tired of living in Oakland, got on the trolley. It ended at the Plunge. She found property here in Hayward. She purchased that. I am third generation on the same property here in Hayward.
Our next honoree is from the Hayward Fire Department. Please join me in congratulating Mia Ramirez. Congratulations. Mia Ramirez graduated from Castro Valley High School in 2023 and then immediately began volunteering with the City of Hayward's Fire Department. She does everything from cleaning the training facility to preparing for upcoming recruit academies. Mia primarily works at the Hayward Fire Department's training center. In her spare time, Mia enjoys cooking, hiking, and spending time with friends and family. In the future, Mia plans on attending Chabot College with her mind set on becoming a firefighter. Thank you, Mia. And it is my pleasure to honor from the Hayward Public Library, Muriel Sampson. Please join us up here, Muriel. It's okay. Do you want to stay up here so people can get a good look at you? You feeling a little shy? Muriel's a little shy. Let's give her a round of applause. With 42 years of service, Muriel Sampson is among Hayward Public Library's longest-serving volunteers. Muriel was born in Vermont but moved to Hayward 48 years ago. One day, she heard about the Saturday book sales at the main library and decided to check it out. With that, a close to 5-decade-long volunteer career was born. When someone suggested selling books at the Weeks branch, Muriel became the coordinator for the project. Now, Muriel is in the branch several times a week stocking donated books, including $750, which we returned to the owner. Oh, sorry. Okay. Probably the one with the happiest ending is when a book that had been converted into a jewelry safe was donated with jewelry still inside of it. Fortunately, Muriel had noticed the person who had brought the donations in. Library staff were able to track down the original donor, who had not even realized she had been trying to throw away a very, very valuable book indeed. We are so lucky to have a vigilant and dedicated volunteer at the library. Thank you, Muriel. And that does it for me. Back to you, Mayor. Thank you.
$750 in a book. That's why I never volunteered at the library. No. Our next presenter is Councilmember Francisco Zermeño.
Buenas tardes, es un honor estar aquí con todos los voluntarios de la gran ciudad de Hayward. What a great honor to be here with all the great volunteers for the city. One personal note, I knew that I had made it in life when Pastor Chuck asked me for my personal contact information so he could input it into his phone. That's. Anyway, I am presenting 4 exceptional women. First one being Gail Stringer, and there she is up there from FESCO. All right, where's Gail? Stay with me. Don't leave. Okay. Photo. For the first 4 years, for the last 8 years, Gail has committed herself to making sure that no family is left behind. As a volunteer, she has been a participant in the annual Shelter Shuffle. That's coming up, by the way. a fundraiser by raising funds herself, encouraging others to participate, and volunteering to work in the event to assure success. Gail is willing to provide the hard work and leadership necessary to make as many FESCO programs a success. Her determination and work ethics have been infectious to all and is genuinely interested in assisting FESCO to provide the services and support necessary for homeless families to find permanent housing in Alameda County. You all know FESCO? Yes. Thank you.
I want to thank Councilmember Zermeno for helping FESCO as much as he has in contributing. And also, I want to make sure that everybody knows that the FESCO Shuffle is June 8th. Be there. Mayor Salinas.
I am sure that my colleagues and the mayor will be there with you. Next is Silvia Juarez. Silvia, ¿dónde está Silvia? Muchacha. Tiburcio Vasquez Health Center. And the Tiburcio, Silvia is a dedicated volunteer having devoted, oh, I got the wrong one? Okay. Devoted over 5 years in her time and experience to the Tiburcio Vasquez Health Center, hailing from Michoacan, Mexico. That's my neighbor to Jalisco, but that's okay. I have good friends in Michoacan. Okay. Hailing from Michoacan, Mexico, Silvia brings her invaluable background as a teacher and administrator to our team, enhancing our ability to nurture future promotoras at Tiburcio Vasquez. Her influence extends beyond her role. Her unwavering patience, education, and community skills have made her an indispensable part of our mission, Tiburcio's mission. Silvia resides in Hayward. She shops in Hayward, furthering the educational pathway for the community and her children. Her kindness, professionalism, and radiant aura make her a true treasure. Her dedication and commitment make her epitome of a heart of Hayward and what makes Hayward thrive. We're honored to nominate her. This is Tiburcio Vasquez speaking. Tiburcio Vasquez is honored to nominate her for this recognition. Gracias. Monica Ten Ake from the Hayward Area Historical Society. Monica, where are you? All right. Abrazo. And let's see, Monica, here's. Oh, somebody stole Maria Samora's. Oh, no, here it is. There you go. Hold it. Somebody take a photo. All right. So Monica, Hayward Historical Society. Monica is a vessel of information, and her creativity is an asset to our organization, Hayward Area Historical Society. As a docent of both of our historical houses, Monica has her own following of guests and are eager to speak with her about a variety of topics that pertain to Hayward Area history and the way the turn-of-the-century locals would have lived their lives. How long have you been in Hayward?
Every last one of them, 70.
70 years. Oh, my. Okay. Monica is vital to our school field trips program and McCahogany House, leading multiple tours of eager school children every day. Her storytelling talents have enriched my October. Beyond the Veil program, she supports us even more by spreading the word about our organization and helping us connect with other community and organizations. Above all, Monica is a joy to be around and a great friend. She deserves all the recognition and gratitude from the Hayward Area Historical Society, the City of Hayward, and all of us here in Alameda County. Okay, the last one, but not least, is Maria Samora, probably from Michoacan also. I'm going to find out. Where's Maria? As she's walking over, I'll start a little bit. So La Familia Counseling nominates Maria Samora for her unwavering commitment to serving our community. Abrazo. Abrazo. They forgot the accent on her name, but that's okay. Maria has supported La Familia Community Services Outreach Department since 2018. She consistently has been there to lend a hand or prepare a meal. At the height of the pandemic, she prepared the meals for the unhoused community at Tennyson Park. La Familia's Outreach Department partnered with her to help those without support systems. Maria regularly visits encampments to pass out food, clothing, or just say hello. She prays with and community members. La Familia is honored to have a strong supporter and committed community member. Michoacán? Zacatecas. Oh, it's another great neighborhood state from my Jalisco. But Zacatecas, I have good friends. Manada Roofing, they're all from Zacatecas. And they're in Hayward. All right. We recognize Maria's work and know that she will be doing the same work in the community in her own, even if she was not supporting La Familia. She's a heart of Hayward, a true heart of Hayward. One last one. Muchas gracias. And now back by popular demand, our mayor, Mark Salinas.
Okay. I have the honor to award our first of a series of 3 awards that we give to 3 outstanding members of the community for their service here in Hayward. And just a little context. I had an old friend of mine from high school called me up one day. It was October, November last year, and she asked me to, if there was a way to acknowledge this person for his working with Hayward Youth. And, as she was telling me, the story, and, I knew the work that he had done, and I said, absolutely. I said, there's a wonderful way that we can acknowledge the work that he's been doing for many years, and that is to award him the City of Hayward Mayor's Award. And she was like, great, let's do that. And and I don't know if you know this, Mark, but it was Rhonda Anderson, and so she was the one who called me. And so it absolutely makes sense for him to get this award. He is my second recipient of this award while I've been here in office. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a good friend of mine who I've known for many, many years, Mr. Mark Johnson. Okay, you stand right here for a second. We were the 2 Marks in the graduating class of 1988, and he was the better looking Mark. But see? And he has not lost his sense of humor over the years, apparently. Mark Johnson is a Maiden-Hayward native son. He attended Markham Elementary School, Bret Hart Middle School, graduated from Hayward High School, and he earned a degree in kinesiology from California State University, Hayward, Cal State Hayward. Mark's interest in football started early. He had to wait until he was in high school to play on a real football team. As a freshman at Hayward High, he tried out for the team and he earned a spot. And he earned a spot as a wide receiver. When he started practicing with the team, he soon became aware of how much more prepared his teammates were. They were familiar with the equipment, they had knowledge of play calls, and they were prepared to compete at high levels. He learned that these experiences were primarily gained from youth leagues his teammates had played in Hayward. These were experiences that Mark simply didn't have while growing up in Hayward. For the past 8 years, Mark has volunteered with the Hayward Aggies. The Hayward Aggies is a community-based organization, and its mission is to connect Hayward kids ages 6 to 14 to experiences in football, sportsmanship, and community service. Mark started as a coach, and over the years, he has held every position from coach to program director to his current position as chairman of the board of directors. Mark's colleagues credit him with turning the Hayward Aggies into a fully functioning organization with an outstanding reputation among other leagues and teams throughout the East Bay. Through his work with the Hayward Aggies, Mark has helped young people in Hayward have opportunities and experiences that were not available to him while he was growing up as a kid here in Hayward. Ladies and gentlemen, my second City of Hayward Mayor's Award goes to Mr. Mark Johnson. And then you get 45 minutes on the principles of being a wide receiver. No, I'm kidding.
For that crack, I might take an hour. First off, I want to thank the mayor, Mark Salinas, who's doing an excellent job, by the way. And I say that sincerely, but first off, I'd like to thank Mayor Mark and the rest of the committee that is honoring me with this award. But I also really want to make sure that everybody understands that there is a lot of people that go into what we do. And so even though I'm the one standing up here receiving this award, there are so many people that have taken part and that have put this in my hands, if you will. And so on behalf of the Hayward Aggies and on myself, I gladly and proudly, like nobody's business, proudly accept this award. And on behalf of the Hayward Aggies as well, I'd like to give a special thank you to the Hayward High football alumni ran by Jim Goulet, who without his help, we would not be where we are today. So I really appreciate everything, and thank you, Mark. And that good? 45 seconds is better? All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Supervisor Marquez.
Thank you, Mayor, and congratulations to Mark on your amazing community services. And just wanted to report that it was a unanimous vote to put the regional housing ballot on the November. So really excited about that. Thank you for your patience and your understanding. And now I get to give the first recipient of my award for Alameda County Board of Supervisors District 2. Last year, the person that was honored was selected by my predecessor, Supervisor Richard Valle, which was Lupe Nunez, and I got to give her that award, and it was really meaningful. But this year is extremely special because out of the thousands of volunteers in Hayward, I'm truly honored to select Elena Lepi as my first recipient. So if you could please join me up here, Elena. I'll give you this. Okay. Let me tell you some amazing fun facts about Elena. So she comes to us from the state of Chiapas in Mexico with a background in education, and the Hayward community is blessed to have her. From her experience with the education system in both Chiapas and California, Elena, with her daughter Catherine, founded the nonprofit organization El Puente Comentario, I said that correctly, founded. They started their own nonprofit. That is just amazing. The mission of the organization is to contribute to and transform the future of families through the development of an active community focused on achieving their goals and objectives in different areas like education and leadership. Elena has dedicated her time to one of the most essential volunteer roles in any community, welcoming new members. This includes assisting newcomers with navigating the local education system, promoting access to COVID testing and other essential health resources, and notably fostering a service mindset through tutoring programs where high school students model volunteerism with their younger peers to create an intergenerational impact. So let's give Elena a huge round of applause for all of her amazing accomplishments. And I will say a few words to her in Spanish, her native language. What I'm so impressed with Elena is I try to practice my Spanish with her, and she always speaks to me in English, which I just love and appreciate her motivation to always improve herself and that self-growth. So nomás te quiero decir, Elena, que soy bien orgullosa de conocerte. Eres una mujer bien fuerte y gracias por todo que haces para nuestras personas aquí en la ciudad de Hayward. Nomás es una buena amiga y persona a conocer. Gracias por todo. And let's hear from Elena now. You want your family to come up here? Yes, we want to hear from you, Elena, of course.
Good evening, everyone. So thank you, Ms. Elisa Marquez and Mayor Mark Salinas and staff and District Hayward and the representation for Hayward. So I'm very honored for receiving this certification or any recognition right tonight. So I'm very nervous. So the importance in the city of Hayward, I met in Hayward, so all my support is Eileen in Hayward, all supporting. Today, I want to mention my daughter. My daughter is part of my team. So my daughter, I have Catherine Lopez. I mention every day, you have empathy and persistence with others, so you learn every day. So this year, I have support for tutoring. So the tutoring is and support for education. That's more important for education. This is the field for the next students. So now I'm very happy and proud for my daughter have this year is the graduation in Mount Eden. He accepted in UC Davis. I'm very happy for So thank you, everyone. Thank you for collaboration. Thank you for all teachers and Hayward, for all community, all colleagues. I have a mention here, and a lot of people here. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you for this honor for me.
Thank you, Elena, and congratulations to your daughter, Catherine. All that hard work has paid off. So we're so honored and happy to have you here as part of our community. Thank you for the amazing impact you're making. I'll now turn it back over to Mayor Salinas.
Our last award goes to another longtime friend of mine, and that is Valerie Cabellia. Whoa, Valerie. Valerie this year is the recipient of the Gail Steele Lifetime Achievement Award. It's long.
I know it's long. Why don't you just show the movie?
So, per her request, well, first of all, let me say this. Gail Steele, many of you have known Gail Steele for a long time. She passed away a few years ago, but she was our long-time serving Alameda County Supervisor, District 2 Supervisor, and she was, before she was Supervisor, she was a council member here for the city of Hayward. her service record and her legacy in the city of Hayward is just incredible, outstanding, and has been a standard for volunteer service in the city and in the Hayward area. So anybody who receives this award has served such an incredible amount of work for our city. And Valerie, you can all read her resume in here or her write-up, but Valerie's work is deep. Valerie's work is far, and the amount of students and artists that she has touched in her career here throughout, over the years is absolutely incredible. She's an educator. We're fellow Rotarians. Where's your Rotary pin? Bob, or Norm, our president is right there. Norm, Monday, Valerie, congratulations.
Thank you.
And let's go to the clip.
And then I can speak.
Yeah.
I'm Diane McDermott, and I'm a friend of Valerie. We met approximately 15 years ago at a party hosted by Julie McKillop. It was a social occasion. I was mingling with the people in the neighborhood, and all of a sudden, I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's Valerie, and I had never met her before. And she boldly stated to me, "I want you to be my friend." Valerie is very deserving of this award. She is relentless in her pursuit to make the community of Hayward a better community. She is relentless in gathering funds to fund these different organizations that she belongs to. She's just very dedicated to this community and really works very hard. Valerie is a person that communicates with her hands. She's of Italian descent, as I am. And it can be dangerous quite often to sit next to her either at a social occasion or even just having a conversation because she's always flailing her arms. She has knocked off my wine off the table. Valerie, all your hard work that you've done for the community, I'm really so happy that you're being recognized for this honor. Congratulations, my friend.
I first got to know Valerie Cavalia not through her volunteering in the community, but through her husband, Jerry, with whom I served on the Hayward Planning Commission in the late 1990s. And back in those days, the Planning Commission would often have social events, dinners and stuff, and Valerie would often come along, and I got to know her as a friend. And more recently, I play bocce ball with Valerie, and she does a lot to organize games that many of the seniors in our community have participated in. However, none of that is why we are honoring Valerie tonight with the Gail Steele Lifetime Achievement Award. It wasn't until I actually got to be mayor and got more familiar with a lot of the wonderful nonprofits that we have in this community that I began to notice how Valerie just popped up organizing wonderful events, usually fundraising events, which with Valerie generally became also fundraising events. I really was impressed with the work that she did in putting these things together. One great example of this is the annual Child Spree event that Valerie organizes for the Hayward Rotary Club. This Child Spree event brings families in need in our community to JCPenney's on a Saturday morning in August before the school year starts and pairs kids with volunteers from Rotary and other parts of the community shop for school clothes for the year and backpacks filled with school supplies, and even the Friends of the Hayward Library contribute books to give to the kids to read. Valerie is not a person who ever likes to have the spotlight spotlight shone on herself. She never asked for credit for all these things that she does and the contributions that she makes to our community. And so, Valerie, I'm just so happy to have this opportunity to say on behalf of our community, thank you for all you have done.
So the first time that I met Valerie was at a fundraiser for the Sun Gallery. It was my first fundraiser event that I actually participated as an artist, and that was in 1998. So a funny story. So Valerie and I stayed after a board meeting. We put the chairs away, put the tables away, and we were sitting on the floor of the gallery, and we were talking about where we were as a gallery and as an organization and the viability of sustainability, right? We had no money, and it was either do something or let it go. The decision was do something. And so Valerie and I were talking about what we were going to do and just coming up with ideas. And so one of the ideas that we had was we were going to have our permanent collection exhibited. And we also had this fundraiser. And the fundraiser, we had a local comedian. And so we were in the middle of the comedian show, and he misused the word lay. And Valerie in the back chimed in and says, "No, chickens lay, people lie down," right? And so that was, to me, that was funny. And I've thought about that when I go to use the word lay or lie. I like think about that moment.
When somebody says Valerie's name, I picture her with a big smile and asking me for money. She's the best fundraiser in the city of Hayward, guaranteed. I met Valerie probably 20 years ago. I was the vice chair of the Highlands Neighborhood Task Force. That time, one of the big issues, Caltrans had for many years shown what is known as the Foothill Expressway. Valerie came to the task force meetings to make sure that we knew, and the city of Hayward knew, that they would not accept a throughway through their neighborhood, which would have divided the neighborhood. So that's how I met Valerie. She went on to become the director of the Sun Gallery. They needed a newer leadership, so she eventually became the director. They also needed funds, and she was very good at that. She got to know a lot of people. She developed grant writing skills and kept the Sun Gallery alive. The Rowell Ranch Rodeo. When Valerie got involved, she would get us more sponsors. We like the fact that she's on our side at the Hayward Rotary Club. She's also involved in the Hayward Education Foundation. Currently, she's the president. Hayward Education Foundation, they raise money and give it out in scholarships to Hayward high school seniors. So why do I think Valerie deserves the Gail Steele Lifetime Achievement Award? She's involved in the community, deeply involved in the community. She volunteers, she raises money. She's involved in a lot of community organizations that make Hayward a better place to live. And she does it all with a smile and a ton of enthusiasm.
So, the Gail Steele Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Valerie Caveglia.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Last night they told me I had a speech tonight. I'm like, oh, really? So my husband said, don't giggle, so I got that out. Thank you. I want to thank the Academy, the committee, for the wonderful movie, and my stars of the film that are sitting here tonight, Diane and Bob and Barbara. God, you were great. It's hard not to giggle, you smile, you giggle. About being a volunteer, I'm in a room full of volunteers. You all know why we do it, and it's not for recognition. It's because we get a great sense of accomplishment, whether you're making a difference in the life of a person, community, the world. I advocate volunteerism for everyone, and that segues into Hayward Rotary. Hayward Rotary, who has the motto of service above self, raises money to give back to the community, and our biggest fundraiser for community grants is coming up the third week of May, and we do the food concessions at the rodeo. We don't go out and ride horses. We work in the booths. We sell beer and hamburgers and hot dogs and whatever, and we need volunteers to man those booths. So if you have a free week, I mean, you know what I'm saying. The third week in May, you can sign up on our website, haywardrotary.org, right there in front. It's volunteer, Rodeo Volunteer 2024, and we need you. We need you to help so we can raise that money to give back to many of the organizations that are in here tonight. So if you're watching, feel free to go to our website, haywardrotary.org. It's about money, you guys. Thank you.
So I know we have, there's a reception downstairs, but the last thing we need to do is just say thank you and congratulations to all the awardees. Let's give everybody a big round of applause. And
That's what the mayor is going to do next, everybody.
And
The
now,
famous selfie shot.
do this. Okay. All right, here we go.
Say cheese.
Oh.
We got to get the council members.
Oh, wait, here we go. Council members right there. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you downstairs. Good job.